Hello, dear students. I'm Assistant Professor Rushali Ahil, and in the last session of fermentation technology, we have already started with the lactic acid production. So, in that, we have already seen that the lactic acid is the organic compound which is isolated for the first time from the milk, in which we have already studied the different kinds of microorganism used for the production of lactic acid at industrial level, as well as we have also studied the physical and chemical properties about lactic acid. So in our this session we are going to study about the different substrates utilized, as well as media optimization and production of lactic acid. So let's start with our today's point. So if we consider about the lactic acid, different types of substrates can be used for the production of lactic acid. The first important part is the carbon source. Now, as we have discussed earlier also, that the synthesis of lactic acid, it generally occurs through the glucose oxidation, and the glucose oxidation, it is carried out with the help of glycolysis process, which for the first time it produces pyruvate, which on reduction gives the lactic acid. So the first important carbon source is carbohydrate, and these sugars or the carbohydrates, they can be derived from beet sugars, whey, cane molasses, barleys, and malts. So these substrates are the great source of carbohydrates which can be utilized in the media designing of lactic acid production. Then the second one is biomass or of lignocellulose. Now lignocellulose are the cellulose containing hexose and pentose sugar. They are the renewable carbon source and can be easily available in the low cost. For example, they are the remainings of the various products like sugarcane waste, banana waste, pomegranate waste, apple waste, peanut husk, banana salk or the banana stalk, wheat straws. All the remaining of these plants can be used for the production of lactic acid, whereas it also requires various nitrogen, phosphate, and the micronutrients for the production of lactic acid. These media or the production can be affected by the temperature, fermentation time, and the level of substance, which may directly affect the productivity of lactic acid. So the proper media optimization is very necessary, and during the fermentation process, basically it requires 7 days to get the highest yield of lactic acid. Within this time, the whole sugar concentrations are utilized for the production of lactic acid. During media optimization, there is also need to immobilize the other bacteria like Rhizopus oryzae. They are immobilized in polyurethane foam by using response surface methodology. In the last semester we have also studied about the response surface methodology, and by using same technique, the Rhizopus oryzae, it is immobilized for the proper media optimization. Here the nitrogen source, generally the low cost nitrogen source are utilized for the production of lactic acid, like corn steep liquors or the yeast autolysates, so that with the help of lactobacillus we can easily produce lactic acid in the large scale. Generally, if we use lactobacillus species, then the maximal production of D-lactic acid can be carried out or the calculated as 41.42 grams per liter of lactic acid can be produced by using 5 grams per liter of yeast autolysate and 15 grams per liter of corn strip liquor. मतलब 5 ग्राम ईस्ट ऑटोलाइजेट और 15 ग्राम्स कॉर्न स्टिप लिकर यूज़ करके हम ऑलमोस्ट 41.42 ग्राम्स पर लीटर लैक्टिक एसिड प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं बाय यूजिंग द स्ट्रेन लैक्टोबैसिलस. So these are all about the substrate used for the production of lactic acid. Now we will move towards our actual point, which is the lactic acid production by microbial fermentation. Now the fermentation medium contains near about 12 to 15% of glucose, nitrogen and phosphate containing salts as well as other micronutrients. These medium, which contains the carbon, nitrogen source, phosphate salts, are properly adjusted. Then 5 to 10% of inoculum is added in this medium. हमने पहले क्या किया, मीडिया डिज़ाइन किया, उस मीडिया में हमने क्या किया, 5 to 10% इनोक्यूलम, हमारी जो भी स्ट्रेन होगी लैक्टोबैसिलस स्ट्रेन, हम क्या करते हैं, ऐड करते हैं. एंड आफ्टर एडिशन ऑफ इनोक्यूलम, our next step is adjustment of temperature and pH. The process is generally carried out at the pH 5.5 to 6.5 and temperature is adjusted from 35 degrees Celsius to 46 degrees Celsius. Now this temperature range, it may also vary from 45 to 50 degrees Celsius for about 75 hours. 75 आवर्स के लिए हम ये टेम्परेचर और pH रेंज सेट कर देते हैं एंड देन we start our fermentation process. Now the temperature range is very high. Generally the strains operating at high temperature like 45 to 60 degrees Celsius are used for the production of lactic acid, because अभी हम यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं, हाई टेम्परेचर यूज़ कर रहे हैं, तो हाई टेम्परेचर में ग्रो होने वाली ही स्ट्रेन हमें यूज़ करनी पड़ती है, क्योंकि इट रिड्यूसेस द नीड फॉर द मीडियम स्टरलाइजेशन. फिर मीडिया स्टरलाइजेशन की जो नीड होती है वो कम हो जाती है. सो द कॉस्ट और द प्रोडक्शन रेट कैन ऑल्सो बी reduced for the production of lactic acid. So such type of high temperature is generally used. Then the process, it may be batch fermentation is generally preferred for the production of lactic acid, because batch fermentation or the feed batch fermentation, it gives the high concentration of lactic acid, whereas continuous fermentation, it just increases the productivity of lactic acid. एंड इन केस अगर हम फंजाई यूज करके लैक्टिक एसिड प्रोडक्शन करते हैं, देन airlift bioreactors are generally used for the production of lactic acid by Rhizopus oryzae, which is a filamentous fungi. Now, these are all the parameters or the production process for the lactic acid. As the lactic acid is produced, it has to be removed since it is toxic to the organism. एक बार हमारे लैक्टिक एसिड प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट हो गया, हमने pH एडजस्ट कर दिया 5.5 to 6.5, टेम्परेचर एडजस्ट किया 35 डिग्री सेल्सियस टू 46 डिग्री सेल्सियस के दरमियान, और हमने बैच फर्मेंटेशन की प्रोसेस स्टार्ट कर दी फॉर द 75 आवर्स. एक बार अगर हमारा प्रोडक्शन लैक्टिक एसिड का कंप्लीट हो गया, देन इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू रिमूव or the separate this lactic acid immediately, because this lactic acid can act as a toxic material for the organism or the strain utilized for the production. And these can be achieved either by continuous culture technique or by removal of lactic acid by the electrodialysis process. हम कंटिन्यूस कल्चरिंग प्रोसेस भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं या फिर इलेक्ट्रोडायलिसिस प्रोसेस यूज़ करके लैक्टिक एसिड को सेपरेट आउट कर सकते हैं. Theoretically, it is said that every molecule of glucose forms 2 molecules of lactic acid. Theoretically ऐसा कहा जाता है कि एक मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ ग्लूकोज का एक मॉलिक्यूल प्रोड्यूस करता है 2 molecules of lactic acid, and about 90% of theoretical yield is possible in fermentation industries. So this is all about the production process of lactic acid by the माइक्रोबियल फर्मेंटेशन. अभी हमने यहाँ देखा कि मीडिया हम कौन सा यूज़ करते हैं, बाद में मीडिया ऑप्टिमाइजेशन कैसे किया जाता है, एज वेल एज हमने यहाँ प्रोसेस स्टडी की कि लैक्टिक एसिड प्रोडक्शन की प्रोसेस कैसे कैरिड आउट होती है. अगले सेशन में हम रिकवरी स्टडी करेंगे, द प्रोडक्ट रिकवरी ऑफ लैक्टिक एसिड, that we will study in detail in the next session. Thank you.